Word list 7. Rhinoceros. Among the most ancient animals, rhinoceroses thrived for millions of years before meeting their most deadly enemy, humans. Herald. America's War of Independence heralded the birth of 3 modern nations. Affirm. The scholar affirmed Shakespeare's authorship of the plays. Modem. She hooks up her telephone modem connections. Compensate. How do humans compensate for an underdeveloped sense of smell? Wax. My father waxed the wooden furniture. Psychoanalysis. There are some good things, however, that have resulted from the method of psychoanalysis developed by Sigmund Freud more than a century ago. Least. She is the best employee, even though she has the least experience. Differentiate. Export merchants were differentiated from their importing counterparts. Cardinal. Respect for freedom is a cardinal principle of the country's law. Organism. All living organisms have to adapt to it when environment has changed. Refund. It is too late for the woman to get a refund. Herb. In the written record, the study of herbs dates back to the Sumerians, who described well-established medicinal uses for such plants as laurel, caraway, and thyme. Federal. She is considered to be the first woman to hold a federal position. Conceal. Those shallow puddles are often concealed by leaves. Otherwise. My friends lent me money. Otherwise, I couldn't have afforded the trip. Steady. We are making slow but steady progress. Ignore. The accomplishments of women are ignored in most historical documents. Originate. Life originated in the early seas less than 1 billion years after the Earth was formed. Aerial. The banyan tree has aerial roots. Lipid. Lipids are organic molecules that are insoluble in water. Interactive. The school believes in interactive teaching methods. Charisma. I don't have the charisma to attract so many people. Affable. This conversation is joyous and affable. Disconcert. The things I'm about to say may disconcert others, but not you. Induct. Many players form an organization and induct other players to join in. Wedge. He hammered the wedge into the crack in the stone. Cohesive. Our team lacks cohesive force, and that's why we lost the game. Rape. He was charged with rape. Animate. The alarm clock is the only animate thing in this quiet room. Culminate. The band's summer tour will culminate at a fabulous concert in New York. Predation. One of the explanations is defense from predation. Gloss. Repeat the last procedure and add another coat of gloss. Adjoin. The city adjoins a well-known small goods market. Shear. It was time for the sheep to be shorn. Triumph. The football team's victory was regarded as a major triumph. Query. I query whether his word can be trusted or not. Incredulous. People nowadays are incredulous about ghosts. Puritanical. Mary was anything but puritanical in her behavior. Anonymous. Susan received an anonymous letter. Savage. The blockbuster is mainly about a savage, bitter battle. Cider. I'd like a glass of cider. Barn. They lived in a converted barn. Uneven. Her hair has been badly cut, and the ends are uneven. Awake. It took the young tiger some time to awake to the dangers of its situation. Stingy. To my surprise, even though now Mary is rich, she is still stingy. Bargain. The bargain Frank got on his new stereo made him very happy. Exceed. The circulation of weekly magazines exceeded that of newspapers in that period. Forestall. Try to anticipate what your child will do and forestall problems. Concave. A concave lens has two focal points, one on each side. Acknowledge. Bill acknowledged his failure to complete the job. Boast. Anne made many boasts about her business. Distribute. Professor Burke will distribute calendars to the students. Turnout. Voter turnout is a fundamental quality of fair elections and is generally considered to be a necessary factor for a healthy democracy. Reinforce. I guess they wanted to reinforce the stuff we learned in school about history. Jolt. The rate of species extinction in these environments jolted us into action. Spiral. Particles spiral back and forth between the Earth's magnetic poles. Perspective. The cost has also made such plants less attractive from a purely economic perspective. Mask. The kids were all wearing animal masks. Hitherto. The weather, which had hitherto been sunny and mild, suddenly turned cold. Comet. He has been studying a comet for more than 20 years. Sociology. The fascination of sociology lies in the fact that it makes us see in a new light the very world in which we have lived all our lives. Fault. Previously, the poor quality of the iron had restricted its use in architecture to items such as vaults and walls. Efficiency. Since the development of scientific technology, there has been a great improvement in energy efficiency at the factory. Mime. He mimed and copied all her actions. Stratigraphy. Scientists can identify the living age of some species by studying stratigraphy. Advance. This research has done much to advance our understanding of language learning. Estimate. One of these migrating swarms was estimated to contain 124 billion locusts. Impetus. The danger of the fire gave an impetus to the use of more durable material. Attend. Some of the representatives hadn't planned to attend the international conference. Solar. The problem with solar energy is that it works only when the sun is shining. Lodge. The beaver's penchant for building lodges and canals has got it into a lot of hot water lately. Commentary. I prefer nonfiction, history, social commentary, and stuff like that. Instruct. His work is to instruct newcomers about bicycle maintenance. Gorilla. They launched a program to protect the gorilla. Logical. The apartment's room arrangement was not logical. Incubate. The researchers remove eggs from the nests of parrots and incubate them under laboratory conditions. Monster. The dog is an absolute monster. Intriguing. The urban life seemed particularly intriguing to those raised in rural isolation. Sedimentary. Stratigraphy is the description of strata in sedimentary rock. Participate. They participated in the last 3 races. Resemble. Giant pandas resemble bears in shape. Mason. The mason worked hard but earned little. Nationalism. Nationalism unites people of different classes and ideologies. Heading. The heading should be catching. Unpredictable. Their major discovery illustrated how unpredictable consequences could come from rather modest beginnings. Preoccupation. The beggar's main preoccupation at this time is getting some money and food.